It's the fourth day. It's the fourth day. And she's still out there worrying, crying, complaining, waited on it. And so, like, Jesus is asking her, do you believe? Why are you here? That's like a heart thing. Yeah. He's dead in a tomb, hard place. You ever find yourself in a place where you're between a rock and a hard place? You're dependent on somebody else to come through for you, and you don't know really what to do, because if you move, you'll miss them, but you really can't do too much more. So you have to sit there and wait. You sit there and you wait for Bond, you wait for somebody to come, you wait for them to answer the phone. You are locked up in a hard place, literally. And it comes down to him asking her, do you believe? So I'm doing a heart check today. Like, I'm showing up in unbelievable situations where people say no, doubt it, but don't believe it, dispute you, be like, I don't think you heard that. I don't believe that's from God. I'm not sure what. It's dead. It's dead. That's a fact. So he's like, why is she still out there trying to work it out? Why is Mary at home on the couch? Why are all these Jews and church folk there? Why are there mourners on day 4? Because he said to the disciples, for your sake. For your sake, I wasn't there. So you believe. Because when we showed up to a place that wasn't dramatic, but you have to know the gravity of their doubt. You're between coming and going, believing or being like, forget it, between a rock and a hard place. Or you partly know the Bible and you partly know like how to make some stuff happen on the street. The situation is so stressful, so intense. Mary gets out of sitting in the house, walks up to Jesus and says, had you been here? And it makes him cry. Not when Martha says it, when Mary says it. If you don't believe because you didn't hear, that's fine. What offends me is when you heard the vision. You know the dream. We've been in this together this whole time. And so like hurt hurts so much more. It's so much more hurtful when it comes from somebody you had heart for. It's like, you ain't really felt it until the one you love hurt you and say they hate you. That love don't live here anymore. And so Jesus walks into a faithless place. Not only is the man dead, but the people around him that's walking deader than he is. Lazarus is the only thing there that has faith, because he gets up and walk in it. He don't ask questions. Who's calling me? He don't be like, are you sure you want me to walk while I'm wrapped up in the cloth, while I cannot see? It's dark. Can somebody turn on? He asks no questions. He gets up and comes forward. Everybody else asking questions about your assignment, about you living, you thriving, you succeeding in it. Why is there so many questions about what I'm doing? If God told, if I'm sure, do I believe? I believe. So you have to cancel out every predicate that would disturb the ending of your equation. The dividing factor here is he's in it, between the rock and the hard place. Literally in the tomb, which is in a cave, which is behind a stone. Damn, son. How much stuff you gonna put me in and expect me to still walk forth? But he does. Simon has leprosy. He was probably dead before he died. You understand what I'm saying? Look dead. Preaching no power. You healing folk, setting folk free, and you in bondage. He died. And then he's dead, and folk trying to keep him dead. They showing up, being like, paying my respects to pastor. Pastor trying to come forth, and you like shutting them more in. Why is there a cave that y'all put the man in the tomb, then put the tomb in the cave, and then put a stone in front of all of that? Was the tomb not enough? And no doubt they wrapped him in something and put that inside the casket thing. He was wrapped up in a casket, in a tomb, in a cave, behind that. He's in a hard place, between a rock and a hard place. And don't nobody believe. So Jesus starts crying. So he's not calling him name for name Lazarus. As we learned out, that means what? That means God's help. God help. God help. God helps. Whichever one it is. Jesus shows up in a faithless place. And the only person that has faith is dead faith. So I don't know the entire conversation here, but I know at some point in time, he makes up in his mind, I gotta stop calling Simon. I gotta stop calling Martha. Stop calling the disciples. Stop calling Mary. It's God's help that I really need. When you find yourself in a place where everybody's giving up on you, so you're not gonna make it out, won't make it through, where the people you believe in don't even believe in you, the only person that you can turn to when you are between a rock and a hard place is not your friends. It's not church. When you can't see it, you gotta say it, God help. When they would come and I don't know what I'm gonna do after they take it, if they decide to turn it, if they decide to repossess it, then you have to sit and say what you don't see until God makes walk what you believe. And so he's like, do you believe? You believe I'm still God. Believe I'm still mighty. Believe I'm still strong. And when you can't do it, you have to connect to somebody who can co-sign it, that everything that has life, even stuff that has no life, can gain life when he speaks. If you can't do it, that's fine. Don't do it. Call on the one who can. It's that Jesus is performing off of faith, but nobody has it. Nobody has faith. So when he would raise somebody from dead, when he would heal somebody, he's like, your faith has made you whole. But there's no faith in this place. So he yells out, Lazarus! He yells out, God help. I can't do it. Good God, you put him in a place a lot of times he can't even do stuff because of your doubt. So like in a doubtful place, God help. In a place where I don't know what to do, God help. When it don't look like how it should, when I would be looking at something different than what I should, God help. I'm not sure where, what, when, why. God help. Start the day off with worship. Worship is God help. And waiting for it to come out. Let the plan come out, the word come out. Let the expression, the understanding, all that stuff, let that come out. But it only comes out with God help. Rock in a hard place to be. But nothing is impossible when you know the one who put you there didn't forget about you. From the foundation, from the beginning, God knew Simon would be in a tomb and nobody would believe. So he put Jesus right in that time frame, set him up to be friends, to love Mary, Martha, and him. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that died that he didn't go see, he didn't raise. But this one he did. I'm not going to leave you there. That's what God said from the beginning. Let us make. I'll make sure he makes it out. I'm not going to leave you there. Because you believe. Because of your faithfulness, your servitude. Because of how you would preach me and nobody in season and out of season. They buried you, wrapped you up in it. But because you believed before they wrapped you up, it says they can wrap you up. And when they're done, let them get all the way done. I mean, let them do everything they can do. I mean, they doing it all. They took it. They put a sign out. They done condemned it. They did it all. That's when I can perform my best work. When it's beyond dead. It's so dead it smells bad. Sometimes you have to come to a smell bad place for God to clean you up. So when you walk forth in it, you don't walk in a I was dirty. You walk forth into look at how he is now place.